So, to shake up your minds a bit, look how wrong we've been in medicine. We've been wrong about cholesterol and statins. We talked about that all day. You've heard about that one already. Sunshine, nobody's ever died 20 minutes in the sun twice a week. It could save maybe 75,000 lives a year by preventing cancer. We act as if the sun will kill us. Vaccinations, it's clear we need to think about how we're doing our vaccinations. We no longer do rescue breathing in lone CPR, right? I think somebody should have figured that out already. Fluoride, all the answers are on the periodic table for the elements, why we shouldn't be careful with fluoride. Salt is not toxic, it can be enough so your kidneys can decide what we want to excrete and retain. Gut flora, I'm not sure about that, so important. H. pylori. Two guys who thought that H. pylori might cause gastric ulcers were practically thrown out of medicine until they stepped on stage and collected a Nobel Prize. The doctor who invented rest, ice, compression, elevation now says he was completely wrong. We see the synthetic versus biodynamic argument all the time. Dr. Joseph Lister was beaten and almost thrown out of medicine for daring to suggest physicians wash their hands and their feces and blood-stained gowns between surgeries. And when the physicians and midwives washed their hands between deliveries, the mortality of childbirth fell by 90% instantly. I always remember we bled our first president to death because blood is toxic. Now, those were the smartest doctors of their day. Now, we aren't any smarter than we were then. We just have more facts. Socrates, Plato, Hippocrates, pretty smart fellows. We just have more facts now than we did then. So let's keep our minds open. It's